Get away.
This is Michaela and Bonnie doing our interviewing video. Hi, Randy. Hello.
Hi, nice to
Hi.
meet you, Bonnie. How are
Hi,
you?
Bonnie. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great.
Okay. Oh. I'm a little nervous.
Yeah, you seem a little bit nervous. So, tell me, what brings you in today?
My wife.
Your wife. Yeah?
Yeah.
You want to explain that a little bit more?
Wanted me to come in. It's just a few problems that are going on at the home and whatnot, so I came in for her.
So that's why you're here.
Yeah.
The wife. Okay, well, before we really get started, I'm just going to go over a few things with you. This is our informed consent, just voluntarily agreeing that you are here, go over a few things with you. I am going to promise you complete confidentiality. Anything that you and I do discuss within these rooms, I will not share with anybody else.
Okay.
Excluding a couple things. So number one, if I suspect any self-harm from you to yourself, then I will have to report that and take the necessary precautions in order to prevent that. And as well, if I do suspect that you are going to harm somebody else, or if you make any threats, I am going to have to take legal action against that as well. And as well, if I am subpoenaed to court and they ask for information of our work together, I am going to have to give that to them. And another way would be if you were to release the information and you agreed for me to confide in somebody else about anything that we have discussed. And if there is sexual abuse between you and another healthcare professional, or even myself, or whoever it may be, then that I will have to report as well.
Okay, that's fine. I understand.
You understand? Thank you. I have your verbal consent.
Yep.
Okay, so let's get right into things then. Tell me a little bit more about your relationship with your wife.
We have a pretty good relationship, except it's gotten a little worse over the years since we've had kids, of course. Kids always get in the way, but I'm not home too often either, so she's getting a little annoyed with that. I go and spend nights at the bar instead of coming home. She doesn't like it at all.
She doesn't like it.
No.
And what do you find so compelling about going to the bar?
Oh, well, I go with my mom. So
With
it's
your
just
mom.
something we've always done, and for years we used to do it once a night a week, but then slowly over the years it's become more and more. I only have a few drinks while I'm there, so I'm not coming home plastered. But
So when you are home, describe to me what your relationship is like when you are there.
oh, it's good. I spend lots of time with the kids when I'm home. I try to play with them and keep busy with them and help take care of them so she doesn't have to. And I give her a relaxing time during that time. So we don't see too much of each other until normally around bedtime when the kids are put to sleep.
And when it is you two alone, what do you guys usually do?
Oh, we'll watch a movie or we'll just spend time together. And we'll sometimes we'll just sit out back and have a coffee and talk. So we have a pretty good relationship, yeah.
That sounds really nice. So describe to me what kind of concerns you have with your relationship then.
Well, I'm just a little worried on the effect of what my drinking is having on the relationship. But I'm not so worried that she's going to leave me or anything, but I don't want it to get to that point. So she thinks it's interrupting kid time. We could be doing other things and spending money other ways.
And what do you think about your drinking in that
I don't think it's a
situation?
problem, but she sees it as a problem.
You don't think it's a problem?
No. I don't. Drinking's been in my family for years. It's just a regular thing.
So how often do you and your mom go out and drink?
3, 4 times a week.
So Bonnie, tell me a little bit about your mom's relationship with your wife.
It's not that good. They don't have much of a relationship. My wife doesn't like my mom coming around the house very often because she'll drink while she's there, so she'll bring like a bottle for herself to drink. And then sometimes there's been a few times where she's gotten too drunk, we've had to get her to leave. So my wife isn't too pleased with her coming over. She's fine with her coming over for family things, but not on a regular basis.
Has your mom been drinking basically your entire life? When did she start?
Pretty much as far as I can remember, I remember her drinking. She picked up quite a bit on it more once my father died, I would say. So around when I was 14 years old, she started really picking up on it.
And did that change your relationship with her?
Yeah, in a way it did. We weren't so close, she was distant more, but we got past that by the time I reached high school more. Then I was doing my own drinking with my friends, so we kind of related, and I guess we fixed our relationship.
Do you think that there's a chance of being able to bond with your mom over something other than drinking?
Oh, I'm sure we could, like, if we went and did something, but we never really do. We just normally go after work, I'll go to the bar and meet up with her if she's already there, or I'll go home, have dinner, and then go out and go meet up with my mom.
So have you ever thought about maybe going out with your mom, but cutting back on the amount of drinks that you have, and that way saving a little bit of money at the same time?
No, I never really considered that, because I was just been normal to just keep buying the drinks when I'm there. Never thought to stop myself.
Well, and obviously you don't seem to think much about the money aspect of it. Do you think that you could spend it on other things that would be more beneficial?
Probably. I could probably spend it more on the kids, the wife, and buy her flowers instead.
So why do you choose not to do that?
I just never thought of doing it. It never really occurred to me. It's just routine. So I've always been one to stick to my routine and never really go off of it. It's been routine for years.
Definitely. I think maybe part of continuing with that routine could involve going to the bar with your mom, but maybe not having any drinks, or maybe ordering a non-alcoholic drink that's $5 cheaper than an alcoholic beverage. Does that seem like something that could possibly work as well?
Yeah, I could possibly do that.
So there's kind of a few ways that you could definitely make the situation work for everybody.
Yeah.
So I want to talk a little bit more about your mom and your family and how all of the drinking started. I know that your father passed away, but before that, she was a drinker as well. And was your father before he passed as well?
Yes, he was a heavy drinker. I don't remember him ever not having a drink in his hand.
Mm-hmm.
But he was an alcoholic, but he could function normally. So it wasn't a big deal. It wasn't like he was stumbling around. He could actually do things. He could take care of us while being intoxicated. So
maybe that was a little bit of an influence on you as well growing up.
Yeah, I could understand how that would affect my habits. I don't really know.
I don't really know. When you were younger, your mom drank. Did she drink often with your dad as well?
No, not so much. She would just kind of have a glass of wine here, a glass of wine there.
So maybe her drinking after his passing was kind of a way for her to bond with him and remember him sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, I could see that. She picked up quite just yeah.
Has your mom ever looked into getting help in regards to her drinking? Has she ever thought about
I don't think she has a
like
problem.
That? You don't think that she has a problem?
No, I don't think she thinks she has a problem. I never really saw it as a problem either until now that I'm thinking of it. Because it's only ever like 4 drinks when we go out, so neither is she getting drunk, like plastered. We're just having a few drinks and chatting. So I never saw it as a big deal, but she does spend more money on drinking than I do.
Okay, and how's her relationship with your children? Those are her
the kids
grandchildren,
love
right?
her.
They love her?
Yeah, but there are times where I don't want her around them when she's drinking. So we try to keep them separate, but they are always excited when she comes over. She always brings gifts. She's a very good grandma to them.
Okay, well that's definitely good.
Yeah,
definitely good. I kind of want you to elaborate a little bit more on your relationship with your wife. It seems to be, if she wasn't in the picture, you would be okay with everything else that's going on, and you wouldn't be thinking about why it's wrong, and you probably wouldn't be here either. So,
yeah, that's very true. If she wasn't in the picture, I probably wouldn't be where I'd probably be in the bar. She does keep that down. Like, she does help me not do that. It's motivation to spend more time with her in a way. Yeah, she reeled me in and kept it on.
Hook, line, and sinker.
Yep.
And how often do you guys argue about you drinking and going out with your mom?
It can, I'd say at least once a week now. It used to be every few weeks, but now it's about once a week because she's getting annoyed with
A little bit fed up with it.
Yeah.
Definitely. And have you listened to her any of the times that she's complained, and have you not gone out, or have you really just ignored it?
I've listened and I've understood what she was saying, but I never thought of it as that big of a deal, so I was just pushed aside and wanted to doing what I regularly do. There was times where she would be like, "Can you just not go out tonight and stay in and watch a movie with me?" And I would. But then there's other times where I'd be like, "No, I'm just gonna go out."
And I kind of, have you thought of maybe inviting your mom over to watch a movie with you guys, or to do something with you guys, and then do it all together and maybe get them to bond slightly?
No, I never really thought of doing that. But that would probably be a very good idea, actually. Because they haven't done much bonding, really. Because she's normally too busy running around with kids to sit there and talk to my mom.
I think even in regards to their relationship, the one connection that they do have is the children. So if they were to do something that involved the children, that was for the children, maybe they could also form some kind of relationship between themselves, because they both do care for the kids.
Yes.
And I think the kids are the one main aspect in the triangle between the three of you, if that's what you want to call it.
Yeah, I could see that helping their relationship for sure. I think my wife would like that. She would get to know my mom better, be able to trust her better.
Great, yeah. Can you think of any other ways to maybe help their relationship so that you can help your relationship with your mom as well?
Well, I guess we could do a family vacation.
Oh yeah.
Like a road trip, kind of day trip somewhere. Maybe to a water park or something, because that way the kids can be playing while us adults just watch and talk and have our own conversations.
Hopefully bond.
Yeah. Or even going for dinner. We don't go out for dinner very often. So talk about work as well.
That sounds like it could be a good idea.
Yeah, I like that idea now.
I'm glad you thought of it. So we've talked a little bit about your relationship with your children. I just want to kind of understand what goes on at home between you and the kids, and what kind of effects that your drinking and all that is having on them.
I have a pretty good relationship with my kids. They love me. I play with them all the time. I come home from work and they come running up and hugging me. But when I go out, that's when they're really clinging to me. They'll hug my leg until I'm out the door. And they'll try to make me stay. And they don't like me going out. They'd rather me stay home and spend more time with them. And when I come home after going to the bar, I try not to really be around the kids because I have a few beers in me. And once in a while, we'll put them to bed, though, and then I'll go see the wife. I think they can tell that there's a difference between me than when I'm sober.
So you think they know that you're drinking?
But I don't know that they understand it.
So they see a difference, but they don't know why the difference is there.
Yeah, that's what I think is happening.
Is that what you're thinking?
Pretty young still. One's 5 and the other one's 7.
Okay, so very impressionable as well. Do you think that they look up to you and they see what you're doing and...
Well, there's a few times I will walk around the house with beer in my hand, but... and I tell them they can't have it. If they ask me for a sip, I'd be like, no, this is Daddy's drink kind of thing, and they can't have it. And they're okay with that.
So in the future, when they're grown up and they're of age to drink, do you want them to drink the way that you drink?
No, I wouldn't want them to. I'd rather them take more responsibility than to go and drink and do something else with their life.
So then do you think that there's a problem with you drinking? If you don't want that for them?
Reverse psychology, I never thought of it that way. Putting it in those terms, yeah, I could see that I would have a problem. If I was to compare seeing my child do that, then I'd tell them that you have a problem. So yeah, I guess I would declare a problem.
Do you think that you could solve that problem? Do you think you could quit drinking?
I think I could try it, cut back. I could definitely cut back. I think it might take a bit for me to actually quit just because it's just around my environment all the time between work and my mom and
So it's kind of become a habit.
friends, yeah.
Definitely. I'm curious where you see yourself in 5 years. Do you think you'll be drinking? Do you think you'll have moved? Describe to me.
I hadn't seen me still drinking in 5 years because I hadn't seen it as a problem, so I just thought it was a casual thing. So I was thinking I'd be like regular, like everybody else does, I guess.
You said you were thinking, so are you thinking differently now?
Well, now that I'm seeing it as more that it may be a problem, I probably won't want to be drinking the way I am in 5 years. Especially with kids, if I don't want them to be drinking like I did. And as you were saying before, how I could be impressioned by my mom drinking. I don't want to do that to the kids either. So I would have seen it as nothing, and I would have expected to be drinking 5 years from now. But I mean, 5 years from now, I wouldn't say I'm going to be done drinking either, though. But it would probably
maybe
be more
cut back a little.
Yeah, more of an occasional like going out kind of idea, maybe. But that's something I'll have to work towards for sure.
And I think that'll kind of relate to you and your mom. Because if you don't want that for your kids, I'm sure she doesn't want that for your kids either. And so you guys can both work together to make that not happen.
Yeah, that I could very well do with her and explain it to her that this shouldn't be around the kids. Yeah.
Do you, when you drink, what's the effects it has on you emotionally? Do you find that it makes you happier, or does it take away any stress?
It takes away the stress from the work day. I work on construction. It can be hard labor, so it's nice to have the relaxing beers at the end of the day just to calm down and just soothe myself and just let the stressors of work and everything go. So I would say it relaxes me and makes me a little happier, not so stressed out, not so angry, not so tough.
So then how do you act when you're drunk or when you're drinking?
Oh, I'm chatting at the store. I'll talk to like anybody. I'm very outgoing and sociable when I am.
And does your wife drink?
She drinks a wine here and there, but she's not a consistent drinker now. She'll go out with her girls for a night and have a few drinks, but she's not a consistent. It's not often. Yeah, there's only a few times where she'll ask me if I can stay in and babysit the kids while she goes out. A few times a year. It's not that much.
And you're okay with watching the kids so she can go out?
Yeah, I don't mind that because I do think she needs to go out because she's out with her kids so often. She needs to have a social life, and she doesn't get much of that. And I guess it's partially my fault because I'm out drinking. I don't give her the option to go out because she has to stay and watch the kids because I'm too busy. So I don't mind when she's going to take it.
At least that part is good. Do you think that she has a correlation between you drinking, so that's what she needs to go do in a retaliation sort of way?
No, I don't think it's ever really been that
No.
way. It's just her college girlfriends will call her up and be like, hey, do you want to go out this night and have a few drinks and go to the bar kind of thing, or they'll go to a movie, or they'll just go to dinner. So, no, I don't think it has like anything to do with my drinking.
Okay. I think we are just about done. So, I know we kind of did go over a lot today, covered a lot of topics, kind of just to get to know the general idea of what's going on in your life right now. If and when we do meet again, I would definitely love to get more in depth about the different topics that we did bring up today. Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds fine. I'm more than willing to come and do some more sessions now that I see that this could actually be a problem and not just a routine.
Definitely. Well,
Yeah,
I'm very happy that you came in.
thank you
It was
very
very
much.
nice to meet
It was
you,
nice meeting
Bonnie.
you as well.
Have yourself a good day and
You
goodbye.